If there's one thing that I've noticed about Republicans and Democrats, it's one thing. They both work for the same master. I was one of those guys back then who wanted to vote Republican, big Donald Trump supporter, all that stuff. You name it. Yeah, I was one of those guys. And being that I'm an independent fundamental Baptist, that's what I've heard many Baptists say, is that we should vote Donald Trump, support Donald Trump, and things like that. I wasn't for the guy at first. Then I jumped on the bandwagon and decided to vote for Trump. At first, I liked the things that he stood for and what he defended. And, a lot of people in the Baptist faith supported the guy because, he quote-unquote defended churches and things like that. And maybe he did. But what you got to understand is that it's all controlled opposition. I strongly believe that the Republicans are controlled opposition. I believe this is all a psychological game. And churches are falling for it. Christians are being deceived by this controlled opposition. Here's the thing. Republicans and Democrats, they're not for either one of us. I do believe at the end of the day, the cabal is in control of them. And if you don't know what that is, I'm talking about the globalists. I'm talking about, the people in high powers that make the decisions for global politics. They're the ones who pick out presidents and leaders across the globe, and that's just how the cabal works. There's no such thing as a president that's elected by the people. I mean, most presidents and prime ministers and leaders across the globe, they're picked by the New World Order. That's just how it works. They want you to think that you're voting for them, but really what's going on is the enemy is the one voting for them in. He's electing them, he's choosing them. I believe Satan is the god of this world, and I believe Satan is heavily involved with politics. And if you look at a lot of our presidents in the past here in America, a lot of them were satanic influenced. George Bush himself, I believe George Bush was definitely a Satan worshiper. I mean, he was part of the whole Skull and Bones society thing. Secret societies are all part of the whole satanic Illuminati occult nonsense thing. And Bush confessed on TV once that he is part of the Skull and Bones when he was alive. But he didn't want to get into further detail. He says, look, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to answer any more questions beyond that. A lot of our leaders were. Ronald Reagan, many of them were picked by the New World Order. So my thing is, I don't trust either one. I definitely don't like Democrats. I definitely don't like Republicans. I've stated this before, and I'll say it again. I'm pro-libertarian. Now, I'm a far-right libertarian, so that makes me a conservative kind of libertarian. And, I'm just libertarian. I do believe the government should stay out of our business. We shouldn't allow the feds to control our lives and to make decisions for us. And I'm a Christian, and I believe in being a free man. Not free to do sin, but free to exercise my rights as an American. I believe God gave us freedom in this country. This country was based on freedom in the Bible. And so I want to keep it that way, but that's not going to happen because our government, this globalist agenda, wants to get rid of all that. So again, you look into the Republicans and Democrats, they were all part of the New World Order. Barack Obama, he's part of the whole New World Order agenda. He was very into the whole Illuminati, Freemason, occult thing, still is. Possibly making decisions right now for Washington, D.C. I'm simply putting it this way. I don't trust either one, and I've learned that you can't trust the right either. Even if you're a Christian and you believe the Bible, you really shouldn't trust Republicans. They're on the same side as the libertarians. Not libertarians. They're on the same side as the liberals, the Democrats. I don't believe a libertarian is ever going to be president because they're not with the globalists. They're against the globalists, so they'll never make it to office. Do I support their campaigns? Sure. But I'm not going to sit here and get my hopes up and think that a libertarian is going to make it to office. It's not happening. So again, watch out for this whole left-right paradigm nonsense. Be careful and don't be fooled. The devil's the god of this world. God bless you all.